Greetings everyone and welcome back to Rimworld and to the Lost Tribe. Now, in today's episode, we're going to start off with something a little bit pleasant. Actually, we are going to find out the secret name of Oof, which, in fact, is Blue Rose. I mean, it's Blue Rose Undertaker, but that's a little bit of a mouthful. So it's going to be Blue Rose from now on. There we go. Blue Rose, you are a convent child. You were a child of an illicit affair, not an affair. Blue Rose was brought up by nuns in a medieval convent. He learned the value of hard work and submission, but was taught that technology is heretical. That's fine. Honestly, you're in a pretty good colony for that kind of worldview. Oh dear. Fibrous mechanites. I mean, oh no, the blood machines have infected us. We dabbled too much in heretical technology. Briar has gotten sick from fibrous mechanites. Ensure you have a medical bed and a doctor. Make sure that Briar gets proper treatment and spends as much time in bed as possible. So, who is it in total? We had Briar, Sharky, Fillins, and Kuro. Now, fibrous mechanites, it's one of the, I believe it's one of the nastier ones, the ones that don't really help too much. Actually, no, fibrous mechanites do help a little bit. Effectively, they're making the colonists more tired and they experience pain as a result. But the mechanites are actually improving the efficiency of their muscles. They're much more capable of manipulating things, of moving around, and their blood pumps a little bit better. But there are some downsides. Okay, it's not the worst of the infections that you can get as far as mechanites go. It'll actually help out in some ways. Now, one of the things I would quite like to do is sort out a few of our storage options. I'm thinking that we're going to need to move our kitchen around a little bit. Quite a lot, actually. Thinking about it. We'll have a look into that. But the first thing that we're going to do right now is I would like to build a couple of shelves. Now, this is something that I've actually started doing in my other plays as well. The reason for this is that it ensures that certain types of materials get stored. Now, I'm not going to take away the ground storage area. That's not the purpose here. But what the purpose is to allow us to ensure that a certain level of certain types of food are always maintained. Some of these will be only for meat, some of them will be only for vegetables, so on and so forth. And that way you can ensure that even if the floor is completely covered in corpses, there will always be room for at least some of a certain type of item in storage. And to that end, we are actually going to shift these around as well. Now, it doesn't really sit with me too well to have a vent quite like that. We may move that around a little bit. In fact, this vent isn't strictly necessary anymore, I would say. Additionally, I wouldn't mind building this battery elsewhere. We don't strictly need the battery in there, but it's a bit of a tricky one there. Where would I put the battery otherwise? I mean, I could have the battery just stored in one of these areas, one of the storage areas, and that isn't necessarily a bad idea, actually. Sure, we'll pop this down. It is going to take up some storage space, but I think in the grand scheme of things, it'll be quite useful for us to have a dedicated storage area like so. No, given the positioning, I could just have 3 of them like this. No, I prefer it like this. In fact, the next thing we can do then is we can also have a standing lamp right in the middle. Actually, that'll look kind of nice. As much as it is bad that we have just had this happen, the fibrous mechanites, would our colonists know that that's what happened? No. But they would interpret the odd sensations of pain. But at the same time, it wouldn't entirely escape their notice that, well, you're hurting more and you're a lot more tired, but you're doing everything faster and better than before. This is somewhat of a boon and a curse. We can't really make out what the gods think of us at the moment. This is a bit of new territory for us, really. Let's go ahead and reinstall this. We'll have the lights generally placed I think at the head and the bottom down here. But that is going to necessitate moving this power, the power cable around a little bit. And I'm thinking perhaps we should do something along these lines and run it down through here. Wouldn't be a bad move. Sure, we can have that happen. I am going to do away with the vent, however. Yeah, let's get rid of that vent. We'll replace it with some block walls instead. We'll make that a very high priority for the colonists to work on. Now, while all of that is going on, we've got a little bit more of the defensive structures to build down here, and I'm loath to get too focused on that until those have been built. Ooh, major break risk. Kuro and Mika. Let's have a look. Why is that? Urgently hungry and night owl in daytime. Well, go to sleep then. I mean, I don't know what to say. I really don't know what I can do for you there. You're in bed. If you're up, it's because you want to be up. Good tea. Morning tea. The best kind of tea, really. I mean, there's plenty of other types of tea. There's evening tea, afternoon tea, tea time tea. But morning tea is without doubt the best. Alright, how else is everything going? Going alright. I would actually like to add some more walls here and there just to kind of funnel our opponents. Now, it was pointed out to me that light did burn potatoes, didn't burn tea. Very well. We imprisoned light for a time in error. Alright? We'll move on and we won't talk anymore about it. We will forgive light for the thing that they didn't do. No, sorry, light. Our bad. Or rather, my bad. Hopefully we won't make a mistake like that again in the future. But we'll see. Right. What is everyone doing? Like, no one should be particularly idle right now. There's so many jobs around the colony that very little is getting done quickly. And it's quite distressing. Guanglian is currently harvesting more trees. I'm going to say for the time being we've got enough, Guanglian. Thank you very much. But we don't need any more of these trees harvested. I'll allow you to finish that one off, though. That'll be fine. Okay, Blue Rose, you're currently sowing rice. You're chatting with Kiriko. Sharky is cleaning dirt. Please, I hope you're not cleaning actual dirt. You probably are, aren't you? See, this is remarkably frustrating. There are mods that we can use to change that behavior, but I am loath to use mods that change behavior unless it's a real big exception. For example, obviously we've got allow tool, but even that largely is just a labor-saving device for me in the meta game. I don't have to go around clicking on allow all the time. My colonists don't. They're not affected. Their AI isn't affected. But you are never going to finish cleaning at this rate. Do these things naturally get dirty, though? That is the question. They might do. They might do. But it is fantastically annoying for you to just constantly be running around. If you were like gaining some sort of agility training, as with Nemoria, having your soldiers doing farming was great because it trained their agility. But I don't think cleaning trains agility. There's nothing good comes from this other than just lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of busy work. Yeah, okay. We're gonna have to pull in the outside of this. That is a little bit frustrating, but it needs to be done. That's just going to grow incredibly tiresome, and we're not going to get anything good out of it. Instead, what we're going to have to do is, in fact, I'm going to remove it from the field as well. We are going to, from this point forward, have to manage our fire prevention actively. If there is a fire, I'm going to have to go out and I'm going to have to find where that fire is and then deal with it, rather than relying on it. Well, if it's in the home zone, they'll take care of it themselves, which is the whole reason why the home zone was set up like this. It was to prevent me missing a fire situation. But as we've seen, we can't have nice things. Alright, there we go. Let's get all of that. Actually, you should be in the home zone still, I would say, since that is going to require maintenance here and there, and so on and so forth. Let's get all of that cleaned. This will just take a little moment. I am leaving those little areas there, and I am definitely going to be leaving the sarcophagi. Those are not getting removed from the home area. They are part of the home area, and they should be cleaned. I don't care if they're on dirt. But they're not really, but they're outside. But they should be swept regularly. We cannot forget our fallen warriors, or the fallen buffalo. We must honor our ancestors and those who have died so that we may live. Doing anything else would anger the gods and would bring even more blood machines down on us. To that end, we'll also allow the graveyards to be generally cleaned. But we're not going to make a huge deal out of that one. There we go. Let's just generally try and get everything cleaned up. Should I clean the outside? I will allow the storage areas, if they're not on dirt, to be cleaned. Simply because I may well end up putting things there that will need to be protected from fire, such as storages and storage batteries and the like. There we go. That should help you out a little bit. Major break. Mika is now the only person with a major break going on. Let's have a look. Yeah, I mean, that sucks. Let's have a look. Very ugly, very hungry, feeling terrible, in a little pain. Was insulted, greedy for impressive bedroom. I'm greedy. My room isn't quite good enough. I want a really impressive bedroom. Well, you've got the shaman's room. What? Fine. Okay, we will try and sort that out. Unless, now that you've got that again, you're going to be happy. I don't know. We'll see. We will have to see. I am thinking that I would like to move some of these things around so that we've got... this will be a smaller room as a result, but... I want to store meals and the like, or at the very least store the crafting components close to hand. We'll have to see. But, sounds like a fair bit of work is going on. Oh, well done, Lily. There we go. That is a normal dining chair. Well done indeed, Lily. I approve. I approve enormously. Sorry you didn't get a meal for some reason. Well, actually, Morphin is one of the cooks. Yeah, that would make sense. Could you instead prioritize cooking for me? I would much prefer that. And... Drat. There's always somewhere where there's work going on and I don't want it to be happening. Alright, let's cancel all of that as well. Now, if we can bring all of this wood in, that would be grand. Guantian is still working on that? No load. Right, okay, you know what? Let's just quickly get all of this hauled now. There we go. And then, following that, all of this hauled, please. There we are. We should get all of that wood brought in now. And then we can finally get to work on some other things. Oh, fantastic. Guantian is getting to work on the sterile floors. That's really good news, actually. Really, really good news. I approve. Actually, is that one to be removed? Let me just move this one around. Reinstall over there, please. There we are. I've got a fire. It's already gone out due to the storm, which is good for us, certainly. Okay, we're getting some more rocks. No, you're just holding in the rocks right now. I must have clipped a couple of rocks down here then. Yeah, I did. Just ooh, actually, quite a few. You know what? Cancel that. We don't want these brought over as a priority. It's got to be the wood that's moved around as the priority. Right, let me turn on stockpile zone so I can see where we're storing the wood. We've got a large wooden stockpile over there. That's fine. I'm not going to worry about setting up a wooden stockpile down there for now. It's going to take people a little while to get everything shuffled about. Item stash opportunity. A psychic emanator. Okay. 59 silver in exchange for it. I'm not sure what a psychic emanator would do, but... do we have enough to trade? It doesn't look like we do, so I'm going to postpone it. We don't have enough money yet. Perhaps we'll be able to make a trade in time to get that, but it's uncertain that we will. What? Do you move there, please? Thank you. That was for meat, actually. I think you will find. There they are. Let's just move these meals around, if you please. Okay, let's get those shifted as a bit of a priority. Alright, how's everything else going? It doesn't look like they're actually going up. There we go. They are starting to bring down the wood. Good, 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 good. That's what we need to see. Alright. Yeah, actually, yeah, we've got quite a lot of wood building up in there. Perfect. Now, this is we're only going to get a couple of hours for this one. I don't think we're going to make it in time, unfortunately. Now, that is quite the shame, but oh well, there's not too much we can do about it. There we are, making a little bit more, well, eating a bit more food. On that note, we should be able to move those chairs around. So let's get these happening. And there, and there. And I would like all three of these to have... Oh, I haven't got quality builder. Never mind. Never mind. I'm so used to that particular mod. Okay, what's Guanqian working on right now? Still hauling wood. That's going to be going on for a little while, but the little bit of work right now is going to save so much time later on. Because right now they're stacking this stuff when they're collecting it. Otherwise, they would just go up there to grab like 4 pieces of wood because they needed to build something, and that just is so frustrating when it happens. But for the time being, we're not doing too bad. We are not doing too bad. How much tea have we got? We've got plenty of tea, actually. Excellent. We're starting now to drop the wood over there, which is fine. The general consensus in the comments has been to not split the tribe. The general desire is to see the tribe continue to slog through it and soldier on as a single cohesive group. And whilst I am willing to defer to the desires of the comments, I am going to put this down. In my opinion, having played the game quite a lot, I think that this is going to be a point against the survivability of our colony. Yes, having everyone together does mean that they can fight as one, but generally I find that the threats scale faster than your ability to deal with them by having more people available to work on that. As a general rule, that's how I've found that to go on. So, you know, bear that in mind. We are going to roll with that, but it does mean that it's going to be increasingly likely that the war of attrition is going to take greater and greater toll on our colonists. Now, that might not necessarily be a terrible thing, all things said and done. Having our colonists die, whilst in character sense is a tragedy, out of character, it does give the opportunity to name new colonists. So, you know, having a little bit of turnover on your colonists isn't the end of the world, but it's not going to be great. Let's just put it that way. It's not going to be great. Now, the fibrous mechanites, in terms of the tending, it's a certain amount of opportunities of tending will result in the mechanites being disabled, effectively. You need to work on it a bit, and then eventually you'll be all right. Oh, that's fantastic. I really like that. Well done, guys. Light, would you like to... your construction... Really? Your construction skill is too low to light a fire? Really? Light, you're a pyromaniac. You were born able to light fires. Nonsense. But fine, I'll have Guanqian do it. That amuses me. Normally I can't stop you from lighting fires, but when I want you to, it's like, no, my construction skill's too low. Right. Oh, well. Okay, well, we're going to be waiting a little while we get all of this going, but there we are. That's quite nice. As much as I like having the weapons in here, and there's a really good reason to do that, there's a part of me that's starting to think differently. Now, currently, what we've got in our storage here is we're allowing tea and smoke loop shots. It's fine. What I would like in this storage instead is meals. I really don't mind what type of meal, as long as there are meals here. So go ahead and do that. I would like these ones to be a higher priority than others. I'm going to make them critically important. And then I'm going to copy those settings. I'm going to paste it down into one of the storages in here. There we are. And then I'm going to paste the recreational item stash opportunity. I still can't do it. I will postpone it a little bit long. No, I can't. I'm going to have to reject it. That's a bit of a shame. But we'll copy this one over and paste that in here as well. Whop. There we are. So these places will now be made into more enjoyable little areas for our colonists. Gradually we'll get more and more of these around. I mean, these are not going to be in any way refrigerated, so you know these things are going to decay in a number of days, usually 1 or 2, which is unfortunate, but hopefully it'll work out okay. There we are, making some fine meals now. Currently that's being stored over there. Fine, sure, okay. We'll actually set this one up. I would like you to not drop it on the floor. Please take it to the best stockpile from now on. You've now got easy access to the best stockpile, so there shouldn't be a time where you put that in the wrong place, basically. There's no reason for it. There we go. And we're already starting to see some meals being stored. Right, it'll spoil in 3 days. That's fine, honestly. Well, we can store 20 meals in each one, and I don't mind a little bit of the food going to waste. Our animals are going to eat it as well anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. There we go. I would also like these to have critical priority from now on as well, simply because that will ensure that which one is this? This one is for meals. That will ensure that the items are shifted once they're made. Once the tea is made, it's brought down to some of the central areas. And having a couple of decentralized eating areas is just going to generally be better for our colony. On the whole, it's going to work out a little bit better for us. Right, let's have a look at this. Muffalo's pregnant. Oh, this is a joyous day. Ferd must be very happy. Carpet making has been completed. Fantastic. Okay, well, let's have a look at what we're going to be researching next then. Pretty much everything is difficult, but... we could go for refining. I'm not sure that we need that right now. Hydroponics we also don't particularly require. Solar panels, I think it has to be. We would like something a little bit better than the wind farms that we've currently got. I think that would probably be one of the better options for us. The alternative would be to get brewing, but no, I think it's going to be solar panels. So let's get solar panels on the go, please and thank you. Crack on with that fill-ins as soon as you get a chance. There we go. Doing a little bit more mining all the while. There we are, and not too bad actually. Hopefully, well, you know what? Let's cancel the mining for now. Let's just cancel that so that we're not being distracted from other work. I really do want more of the work being done around the colony for the time being. There's so much that we need to get done. So very much that needs to be done. Hopefully those can be brought down there. There we go. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. We've got tea down there as well. Oh, this is glorious times. Absolutely glorious times. Right, how is this set up? Currently 10 teas, and then they move on to 10 smoke loop joints, and then they'll just make all of the tea that they can and move on from there. And that seems fine to me. Right, I would like to set all of this up as to be hauled as soon as possible. Let's get those on the move. There we are. And hopefully I'm going to set up a storage area with a shelf for Psychoid and Smoke Leaf near the crafting bench that will be using it. It seems to make much more sense to me. There we go. You are going to pretty much constantly have this right next to you at all times. I'm going to get rid of this though. We don't need that anymore. In fact, let's make sure that that's all being hauled where possible. There we are. We're getting more things built. Normal. Superior. Nice. Nah, shoddy. We'll break that one down. Alright, where is Gwen Xian and what is she building? Hauling wood to a deadfall trap. Perfect. Let's get all of those. Why are you taking the wood from all the way over there? That makes no sense to me, but okay. We should be able to get a lot more of this done. Okay. On the whole, things don't seem too bad. I would love it if you could bring those in, though. If that would be possible, it would be great. Oh, look at that. That is grand. Absolutely grand. How many are we set to make, though? We're set to have 15 simple meals, then lots of fine meals, then 100 simple meals from that point on. No. No, what I would say here is... well, the thing with our food is that this stuff will stay fresh for an incredibly long time. It's the meat that'll spoil quickly. So, rather than do that, what I'm going to say is, once I've got my 15 simple meals, move on to making... As simple meals are fairly quick to make, we should always have a stock of simple meals available to us. Then move on to fine meals, and pretty much do fine meals until we've got, let's say 15. Then from that point, go ahead and just make lavish meals forever. Once we've covered the basic needs of our colony, we'll get there in stages. First, we'll make sure we've got simple meals. Then we'll move up to fine meals. If we've got enough fine meals, then that's great as well. Then finally, we'll move up to lavish meals, and we'll just make those until we run out of the materials to make them, which is the meat. That seems quite reasonable to me. We'll always have a small stock of fine, a small stock of simple, and then just as much lavish as we possibly can. Following that, if we don't have lavish... no, we won't make any more simple meals, because honestly, having the materials here... The only thing that making simple meals does is it does compact our storage. And there is something to be said for that. It does compact the storage. So maybe I'll pop this down and we'll just keep an eye on it. If we happen to want to get rid of the simple meals, we don't want any more simple meals than we're building up, then I'll turn that off. But for the time being, this will be okay. The main reason why you wouldn't want to make simple meals, despite having enough vegetables to do so, is that vegetables can just sit out here for a long time. They'll stay fine for a whole quadrum. Once they turn into meals, they will rot in a number of days. So, you know, there's pros and there's definitely cons. Once you can make packaged survival meals, then that is absolutely something you should get on. As a meal storage device, packaged survival meals are amazing. Right, how are we doing with all of the rest of this wood? You're doing a fantastic job, Guangslian. That whole area is now really, really heavily fortified. I'm very, very happy with that. I'm feeling a lot more confident with things. Let's go ahead and set up some more walls, though. Build copies of these walls right out across there, I think. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, yeah. We'll maintain a similar shape to this area, I think. We could possibly even set something out there, or maybe we could even bring it down. We could make use of this shape. Actually, I think that might be a good idea. Why limit ourselves? Sure, okay, we'll build it down a little bit more, then across. That makes sense to me. There we go. Aavak's meat has rotted away in storage. That is a crying shame. This is very hot in there. Why? Why is that so warm? It's very warm outside, I guess. Okay, well, then we're going to need more cooling. A lot more cooling, actually. Ouch. That is quite unexpected. Alright, well, I'm going to need to mine that away then and immediately build a new cooler in here. Alright, Guangslian, could you build this as a priority for me? Sorry to have to wake you up for that, but it is going to be very, very urgently needed. And further to that, we're going to mine all of this away. There we go. Thank you very much, Guangslian. It is enormously appreciated. Then we're going to need that done. And if you could work on that. So you're currently holding components down. Good. And if I can then have you... No, could you please work on that wall for me? There we go, and that'll help out quite a lot at that point. Oh, well done. Fantastic, in fact. You're setting all of this up, I approve. Right, I would like this set to pretty much the same setting. Well, yeah, same settings down there. In fact, I'm going to have this one go a little bit lower to -5. It'll draw a little bit of extra power, but that should be okay. Can you reconnect? There we are. Perfect. Okay. So this room should now be cooling down somewhat quickly. Right, what I would like in here then. This should be a... Well, actually these could be important. These are currently set to critical, so they will get it before anything else. I'm probably going to want... Yeah, we'll have this set to important. Let's have a look at this storage area, though. This is currently set to important. We're going to set this one to preferred. So this will be important, and I would like raw food, any vegetables. Same here. All of these will be set up as vegetables. Now, the thing with the vegetables is once they put any type of vegetable there, that will lock the stack. But the main thing is knowing that we have got vegetables there. That's the big thing with that. Guanqian, could you work on that for me? And Mika, could you mine through all of this? Actually, you're not a miner. Who is our miner? Oh, Kuro. Kuro. Where is Kuro? Kuro's sleeping. I want you to do this. I would like to get this area set up a little bit sooner rather than later. And I just realized that I made a bit of a mistake in building those walls out of wood. I should have gone straight for stone. Thinking about it, and the most stone that we have is going to be granite, so we're going to be using granite for this. Go ahead, we'll get that done, and then Guangxian can finish that off for me, and we'll get the power running all the way down, and that should sort everything out. Perfect. We'll get you reinstalled as well, and once Guangxian has gotten that sorted, I'll have her working on all of the power cables. There we go. Excellent. And then once all of this is hooked up properly, we should be sorted. Actually, I would like you to pull this one down as well. Thinking about it. And get that in there. And then, finally, things will be sorted. Alright, priority is working on the granite wall blueprint. No, and no. Copy settings, and then I would like this to have them pasted in, this to have them pasted in. Same here, and same here. So that's all of the vegetables will be guaranteed stored in those areas. We'll always have that much room for veg. If you could please move the guns out, though, that would be great. Wow, that was a legendary. Well played. Oh, I like it a lot. Alright, there we go. We're getting a couple of others made now. And this one should have meat. Meat of any kind is fine. Actually, meat or animal products should go in there. I could reserve an area specific for animal products, and I could also reserve an area for some sort of medicine. That might actually make sense. Let's go ahead and set that up. So no vegetables there. Instead, I would like medicine to be stored. Only herbal medicine, though. One whole tab of herbal medicine. And down here... we could have psychite, we could have smoke leaf. These things don't tend to rot, though. They tend to last a long time. Mind you, it's the same for herbal medicine, really. Smoke leaf, 1 quadrum. Psychoid, 1 quadrum. Realistically, we probably don't need that much being stored. However, actually, I am going to go ahead and set up the tea to be stored in here. Have a look at that. Actually, it never goes off, so don't worry about it. Don't store it over here. It doesn't need to be refrigerated at all. That's fine then. It saves me a fair bit of trouble. I will have herbal meds there, though. Will you please stop putting these things over here? Ah, of course. I'm not turning off the weapons because I'm a massive derp. I was wondering why they weren't automatically removing them. Ah, silly, silly Aavak. Okay, well, let's get rid of all of this, and then I'll just cut and paste in the future. No. No, clear all. I should have done that first. I'm a derp. Right. Where are raw resources? We would like plant matter. Psychod leaves in that one, please. There we go. And finally, this one as well. There we go. Everything should be okay now. Right. Cancel that. Well, actually, this one should be okay to copy settings now. So we'll paste that across. And same there. And then finally, this one should have... Now, where are we? Smoke leaves. I could set up one for hops. Makes sense, but we'll set that up once we've actually got hops to store. For now, we do not. Right, I would like that moved over. And I would like that moved over right away. So that we can get the final item moved in there. Thanks, Squinkly Ann. The whole base goes dark for a moment. There we are. Ooh, could you also work on that for me? I hadn't noticed that wasn't ready yet. There we are. But that should be everything we need. Marvellous. Let's pop that over there. Excellent. We've now got all of that sorted. The final thing then is just to get the last set of shells built. I'm actually quite liking our little area now. Quite liking it. I might move the lamps around though. They seem a little bit lopsided where they are. So let's move those in there. It's not a high priority job, that one, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. Copy settings across. There we go. Marvellous, I say. Absolutely marvellous. Right, now, with that done, we should be able to tell them to automatically haul all of the items out of here that shouldn't be in there. There we go. We are making progress. Little by little, bit by bit, it is happening, everyone. It is happening. Okay, we've still got a load of work to do at the top, though. On this point, though, we should be charging up the battery over here. No, we are not. We are discharging the battery. Oh, that's not great. It's fairly low wind at the moment, so it's understandable. We could go ahead and build a new wind turbine now, if we particularly wanted to. And I particularly do. So, sure, let's go ahead and get that one down. That should help us keep power flowing in the base. We'll have a little wire going like that. There we go. I will add that to our home zone, though. And something like that. There we are. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. I could eat... Well, I can't actually build anything underneath this one, which is a bit of a shame, but it's something we'll live with. Right now, we're making... Oh, just basic meals. Okay. We must have gone through quite a few in the night. I do feel that based on the amount of colonists we have, having two kitchens is going to be particularly important. Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh, well, I guess it's not... Oh, yeah, okay, well, that... It's one of these things, really, isn't it? Again, you're not addicted to tea. Being addicted to tea, it's not a thing that happens. You're simply making a choice to drink lots of tea. And that is okay in my book. Have we got this set up correctly? We should do. Herbal meds should be being stored there. And down here... No, we are still storing foods. Very well, let's take that out. Though at the same time... You know what, even though we're not actually growing any yet, I'm going to set one of those up for hops. There we go. That'll work out. Okay, so we're now starting to store our ample produce of food outside, but we are definitely going to have to upgrade. We need more cooks getting things done. I may even need to move this to a different room. This whole building could be turned into, at this point, a cook-focused area, and we can move the research lab elsewhere. That is definitely an option. I'm going to wait on a couple of other things before we do that, though. Mostly, I would like to see the hospital finished before we worry about that. On the plus side, ooh, there's one thing that we could do to try and help with this. Yes, there is one thing that we can do. Let's go out to the world. We've got a bumper harvest of food. How about we turn some of that into wealth? There's no reason not to. I'm sure the other tribes nearby would be happy to receive it. Oh dear, I forgot the incapacitated refugee. I had made plans to get down there and help them, hadn't I? Well, let's have a quick look. It would take less than a day to get there. 2.1 days to get here. And then total travel time would be 3 days. We can do this. We can definitely do this. Alright. Let's make this happen then. Form a caravan. Well, actually, first, let me go back to the town, make sure everyone is properly equipped. Fill-ins. You've got your sniper rifle, Kuro. You're actually not equipped. Let me make sure you are equipped then. Take a... What kind of weapons have I got to give you? I could give you another sniper if I really wanted. Maybe that would be a good idea. Also, I'm getting a text. No. No, I think I got... And a sneeze. A gun and a sneeze seems reasonable. Right. Myself, no. I'm not one of the better warriors here. Morphin is, but is also a pretty amazing cook, and I kind of need you. Lily is fairly good, though. Anyone else I particularly want to take out? I don't want so many people going out with snipers, though. I feel that that would be a bad idea. How about we get you? I've got some okay weapons there. I'd like something a little bit more rapid fire, honestly. Sure, okay, grab the SMG, and one other warrior is going to be going out. I could send out Light, perhaps? Light? Sure, okay, let's grab you a good plasteel longsword. Okay, so it will be Light, Lily, Fill-ins, and Kuro. We are going to assign Light. I want you equipped for war. Fill-ins, same. Kuro. And finally, Lily as well. Let's get our warriors properly equipped. There you go. Once you are properly dressed for war, I will send you out. There we are. And Kuro straight to bed. Mad animal. Local raccoon has gone mad. Dodged my traps. Scallywag. Okay. Kuro, let's get you out. I would like you to take out the raccoon, please. That'll do. There we go. Thank you very much. Right, you can go back for now. Right, Light is equipped. Good. Fill-ins, are you not equipped yet? I don't believe. Actually, you might be wearing a war veil. No, it's tribal hairdress. Right, I'm going to have to wake you up. I do need you to get dressed. I'm sorry I'm not going to be able to give you enough time to properly rest, but time is of the essence at this point. Lily, the last person. You are set up. Okay, it is time for our war party to head out then. Let's form a caravan. So once again, it'll be Light, Lily, Fill-ins, and Kuro. There we go. Now, in terms of your carrying capacity, you can carry 140 kilograms of items. That's good. We could, however, bring along some of the muffalo. Let's take along some muffalo with us as well. There we go. That's going to give us significant carrying capacity. At this point, well, actually, do we really need that sort of carrying capacity? I wonder. I would say we probably don't. These items will rot They'll rot actually rather quickly. Based on the average temperature in this area. Well, actually, no, that shouldn't rot in that sort of speed. It shouldn't rot anywhere near that kind of speed, actually. We'll also take we'll take all of that, sure. We're not going to take the simple meals, though, no. We will, however, trade some of our psychic away, because we've got quite a lot of that. We're not going to trade any of the smoke leaf, though. We may not need any of our colonists to go along. Our muffalo to go along with this. We've got a remarkable amount of cloth we could trade. Sure, we might be able to get a decent price on that. I don't think we need to worry too much about the other items that we've got. It's not going to take anything particularly heavy. That would be silly. What I could take, however, is if we've got any dead man's apparel. I don't think we do, because we tend to bury the dead rather than strip them. So we don't end up with much dead man's apparel as a result. Okay, well, the last thing we could do then... no, I think that's decent. And we're nowhere near the sort of amount that we would need to bring Muffalo along. So, 4 days worth of food. It'll apparently rot in some amount of time, which is a little bit crazy, but let's estimate time to destination. We want to go southeast, so that'll be fine. I think that's okay. So southeast it is, and accept. Your caravan only has 4 days worth of food and will become hungry very quickly. Really? They really only got 4 days worth of food? Well, I could just add... I mean, there's 4 people there, I guess, but that seems kind of crazy. That would only last... That seems odd. I'm going to be honest with you, that seems fantastically bizarre. I'm going to take 500 worth of potatoes as well, and maybe 113 worth of rice too. And a little bit until we crest the 10-day point. There we go. There we are. Exactly. Okay, let's head... Oh, no, cancel. Let's head back in, and people should go and immediately start gathering the items. They'll be carrying it themselves, so there's not going to be any particular issues with that. There's quite a lot of cloth that they're going to be carrying, of course, but it looks like they are heading out. Well, this is going to be a nice, easy little trip, I would hope. Let's get all of this brought in now then, so that we can replace the items that we have just looted. But we haven't actually taken that much from inside, to be honest. We're doing fairly well. There we are. Caravan is ready. Jump to location. Now, the war party has got enough food to get down here. Oh, I should have taken medicine with me. All right, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to pop in here. We will buy some medicine with the wealth that we accumulate. Maybe even some better weapons before we head on down here. That was a bit of a mistake, but okay. We should be all right. I would say this is not a very long trip for them to have to make. But that's where we're going to be ending this episode. I really do hope you've enjoyed. And the war party is off. Well, it's kind of a hybrid war merchant sort of trading party. It'll be fine. But hopefully we're going to be able to rescue another refugee in the not too distant future. I want to build a reputation for this colony being avatars of justice. And, of course, a siege, just as our war party is. No good deed goes unpunished, I suppose. But that's where we're going to end it. So, until next time, do take care, everyone.